I'm standing on Botley Road, just west of the station bridge. All the construction work is going on that I've mentioned before. And I'm on the corner of Abbey Road with Botley Road. I haven't actually stood here before, but you've seen me pass this spot. I want to show you 4 rivers or 4 streams, which is a 4-way water junction that I mentioned in the Tumbling Bay video. And I'm also going to take this opportunity to show you how little regard for the public Kier, the construction company, has. Jericho is a district of Oxford that I've passed when I walked down the canal. Its most notable feature is the 19th century St Barnabas Church, which I think I showed you from the canal. The flats alongside the canal that used to be Luce's Iron Foundry also belong to it. And there should be a path to the canal up there, or up just round the corner of the house and along. In fact, I took that path on, I think it was the 14th of May. I came back on the 15th to discover that Kier had closed it off because they were demolishing the nursery alongside a railway bridge. Nursery where commuters used to dump their kids in the morning and then pick them up at night after a hard day's work in the city. And if you're trying to get to Jericho, it's a great inconvenience to have that cut off. I've just noticed this sign: pedestrian and cycle access to Jericho. It's pointing up Abbey Road, so I'm going to see whether I can get that access. Abbey Road is named after an abbey, not surprisingly, Cistercian, I think. There aren't, as far as I know, any ruins around here, unless Oxford archaeology have discovered something recently. There is a gate and a little part of a wall, I think, built into a wall not too far from here, which I'll show in another video and talk more about the abbey. But for the moment, I'm more concerned with, well, A, showing you the 4 rivers, though that doesn't take a lot of effort, and B, finding my way into Jericho, which does. It's useful to know Abbey Road anyway, as it's a component of local walks. So I'm halfway up Abbey Road. And there's a sign saying pedestrians, so maybe that's what I want. It's not what I want to the south. It's been blocked off, I think. This is a branch of the Thames that goes south under Botley Road and then round. It's the main navigation channel. In fact, it's the main part of the Thames. And I followed it on the Bulstake stream walk. So I can't get back to Botley Road that way, but I don't actually want to. I want to get to Jericho. So let's see what happens if I walk up here. It's a nice walk anyway. I'm approaching Four Rivers, also known as Four Streams. And what it is, I mentioned in the Tumbling Bay video, it's a four-way water crossing. You have the Thames going north, the Thames coming south, which is this. Off to the left you have the northern end of Bulstake stream, and a little way to the left along it, a little way west along it, you have Tumbling Bay. And to the right you have Sheepwash Channel, named after its use by the Abbey, one of whose main products was wool apparently, and they needed water to clean it. I don't know, would it be cleaning the wool or cleaning or washing the sheep, or both? On the left are allotments. You saw them on the right when I was going through Botley Park to Tumbling Bay. Lovely roses. So we can now see Four Rivers. There's somebody just going up the Rainbow Bridge, which I will go up shortly. Sheepwash Channel goes under the Rainbow Bridge, and that must be Bulstake Stream starting off to the left. Quite a lot of water here. So, if you like, I've talked about how complicated the waterways of this part of Oxford are. And here's another little important point on the streamscape. Actually, if that is Bulstake Stream, it's not terribly impressive. It looks a very narrow channel, but I can't think of anything else that is. So that's Four Rivers, also known as Four Streams. That's the Sheepwash Channel. And it goes under the Sheepwash Railway Bridge. You can walk under there, and if you continue walking you get to Jericho. It's dank, smelly. You bump your head on the bottom of the bridge, and it's altogether not very pleasant. Until very recently, that flat expanse of earth was the nursery where the commuters dumped their kids in the morning, now demolished. That is the notice that I discovered on the 15th of May. Note how Kier have just closed off the space. I know from talking to locals that they didn't send any thing to residents saying they were going to close the place. They didn't put any signs saying so. So people would have just come along here expecting to be able to walk in one direction or the other and been stymied. I'm not sure how much Kier makes in profits every year, but it's probably in billions. You'd think they could do rather better. For example, as there are a fair number of elderly people around here, people with mobility problems, put on a shuttle service, because not having that route, I know from going to St Barnabas, adds about 10 minutes a day. Well, no, 10 minutes each way. Okay, the notice that Kier put up advising people to go along Abbey Road to Jericho hasn't yet worked out, because I went up Abbey Road halfway, followed their red diversion sign onto the river path, and that just led me to the top of Abbey Road, and it hasn't enabled me to bypass that, what they've blocked off. There's nothing here. I mean, I'm sure there are some nice houses, but there's nothing that enables me to go anywhere else. So I'm now walking down the north end of Abbey Road. Where I came up, so there's no point in me going down there again. That, if I'm not much mistaken, is Botley Road. And I don't see how I can get to Jericho there, because the railway is behind those trees, and I don't see anything that's been put up to get over it. Yeah, that's Botley Road. I won't point at the name sign because it will send the gimbal mad. That's no good, because they're sending people back in the direction that I've just come. There is a sign also saying access to Roger Dudman Way only. I happen to know that Roger Dudman Way is the student access route to the Castle Mill Flats, the unpleasant looking graduate accommodation that the university built along the Castle Mill stream, as I've talked about in other videos. So that's no good to me, because I know Roger Dudman Way doesn't connect with Jericho, except at the entrance to Port Meadow, which is quite a long way north of where most people would want to be. That's Cripley Place, which joins Cripley Road to Abbey Road. Nothing useful there. And I don't see any other exits. That's a bit weird, because it's sending pedestrians in the wrong direction to go to the train station. Station is to the left. And here's where I came in. So I've shown you 4 rivers, but I haven't managed to show you the access to Jericho that Kier promise. Until next time, goodbye.